Good morning, everyone. My name is Rusty. Thank you for spending a little bit of your time here today at All In Currency Collecting. I'd like to go over a couple things today. I have 1,001s here for the next big bill search, and we have the rules of engagement for the first bill battle between myself and another content provider on YouTube. His name is Brian. His channel is Change is Good. Very very knowledgeable and skilled currency and coin collector. Anyway, Brian, I'd like to say thanks for joining me in this. It should be a very fun and interesting hunt. Um, I don't know about a lot of the other searchers out there that search currency quite often like I do, but I'd become bored and complacent in my searches, and just really the thrill was gone. So I was trying to find some new and interesting ways to get the fun back into it. I was talking back and forth with Brian over at Change is Good, and suggested a collaboration video or a bill battle search. And I thought that was a really cool idea. Now, Brian over at Change is Good, he put a lot of work into this list and the point system for the searches. I have to give credit where credit was due. Brian, you did a great job on this, man. You went above and beyond. I had extremely, very, very minimal input on this. 99.9% of all of this was all Brian. All right. So I'd like to go over some of the rules of engagement for the first bill battle here. Okay, we're going to do it on a point-based system on the fancy serial numbers. So first up is the star notes. We have the regular and fancy. Okay, for a print run of over 1 million, the common star notes would be 1 point. Lower run star notes, 3 points. Semi-rare star notes, 320 to 500,000, 5 points. Star notes, 128,000 to 250,000, 15 points. Very rare star notes, under 128,000, 25 points. 2013 B series duplicate runs, 25 points. And then we get into the fancy serial number star notes. The low end fancy star notes would be the point value of the low run common star notes, which would be 3 times 5. That would be trinary, mixed ladder, 5 in a row, double triples, 6 of a kind, 4-digit lows, either leading or trailing, stuttered ladders, high serial numbers, the hybrid notes, and 3-digit bookends. Okay, the mid-range fancy star notes would be point value times 10. That would be the 6 in a row, binary, repeater, radar, 4 pairs, 3-digit low, 7-digit stuttered ladders, true trinary, binary, and 2-digit bookends. Okay, high-end fancy star notes would be point value as above times 25. It would be 7 of a kind, 7 in a row, quad doubles, super radar, radar repeater, super repeater, 2-digit low serial numbers, true binary, and a millions note. I'd like to find one of those. That's one I've never found. Very rare fancy star notes. It would be point value times 50. Solid, perfect ladder, ascending or descending, 1-digit low serial number. Okay, and then we get into the fancy serial numbers. Low-end fancy serial numbers would be 1 point. Those would be the same as the above. Trinary, mixed ladder, 5 in a row, double triples, 6 of a kind, 4-digit lows, stuttered ladder, high serial number, hybrid, and 3-digit bookends. The mid-range fancy serial numbers would be 25 points, 6 in a row, binary, repeater, radar, 4 pairs, 3-digit low, 7-digit stutter ladder, true trinary, binary, 2-digit bookends. Okay, the high-end fancy serial numbers would be 50 points, 7 of a kind, 7 in a row, quad double, super radar, radar repeater, super repeater, 2-digit low serial number, true binary, and a millionth note. And then we go to the very rare fancy serial numbers. 100 points. Solid, perfect ladder, ascending or descending, 1-digit low serial number. Okay. Then we get into some of the novelty notes. We have birthday and other dates. Birthday dates in the Western style with day, month, year. Then we have the birthday notes with the year, month, day. It'd be 2 points. And then dual date notes, tombstone notes, 2 points. Well-known famous date notes. I like this. I like collecting the birthday and the date dollars, and then checking for the famous dates. So the well-known famous dates, it's famous war battles, which I like to collect notes with the famous war battles. Famous birthdays, important historical events such as Independence Day, D-Day, Louisiana Purchase, Abraham Lincoln's birthday, etc., etc. And then we get into the notable date notes. Yep. Okay, yeah, the notable date notes, which would be the lesser known war battles, birthdays, and historical events. And then we get down to birthday tombstone star notes. It'd be the point value as above in the star notes times 5. I think that was a really good idea there, Brian. I like that one. Okay, and then we come down to the web notes. For the regular web notes, that would be 25 points. And the web notes are either going to be on the 1988A, 1993, or the 1995 series. Those are the only series that they put out the web notes. Okay, and then the web notes star notes. Those would be 50 points. Man, would I love to find one of those. Now, the only star notes that were produced on the web notes are in the 1988 A series. And I believe that was a split production where part of them were the web notes and part of them were the regular press notes. To the best of my knowledge, I'm about 93.7% sure. But please do your own research. Just don't take it as being so. All right, now the high suffix notes, the X notes will be 2 notes, 2 points, and the Y suffix notes will be 5 points. Those are pretty rare. I've only found a dozen or so of those in all of my searches. Okay, now the older bills, 1979 and earlier. The 1970s will be 1 point. The 1960s will be 3 points. Silver certificates will be 10 points. Old star notes from the 60s and 70s will be 10 points. And silver certificate star notes, $20, or 20 points. Okay, and we get into the printing errors, with the minor printing errors being 20 points, such as minor miscuts, minor off-center prints, and we're not going to do the gas pump errors or the over-inked serial numbers. They are incredibly common. Okay, and that brings us down to moderate printing errors, which should be 50 points, which should be gutter folds, the butterflies, moderate ink smears, moderate ink transfers, and the butterfly folds. Oh, yeah, I see you got that on there. Okay, and then the printing error star notes. It'd be point value times 5. And then the printing errors would be the same as the above. Okay, so these are the first rules of engagement for the first bill battle between Brian and myself. I'm truly looking forward to this, Brian. Thank you for taking the time and doing this. I need something to get the thrill back in my searches, and I do believe this would probably be it. All right, I have a 1,000 here that I'm going to go through, and now that we've addressed the rules of engagement for the first bill battle, I'm going to roll through this 1,000 here, and we'll be putting that video out later on this afternoon. All right, Brian. Best of luck to you, and let's get it on. Thank you for spending a little bit of your time with us, everybody. Have a great day.